I should have been there. I had promised him, if everyone forsakes you, I will still be there. I will never fall away. I am ready to go with you to prison, even to death. I will lay down my life for you. I had said all those things, but it was him who laid down his life for me. He is the one who remained faithful to his promise. And because of that, I can be here today. You know me as Peter, the rock, but I was a rock that turned to sand. I was sifted like wheat by Satan because of my arrogance, my pride, my self-confidence. And I ended up with a heart torn by guilt and shame. Though others nailed him to the cross by what they did, I crucified him by what I did not do. That was then. This is now. It all goes back to that day in Galilee. We had fished all night, hadn't caught anything. I was with my brother Andrew. Jesus came to the beach and said, try again. And then we caught fish, right where Jesus said we would. But then he said, come, follow me. I will make you fishers of men. Of course I would follow him. I would go anywhere he would go. Nothing could keep me from going along. Why did he choose me? What did he see in me? A good old country boy, a loud, uneducated fisherman. Did he need me for my strength? Did he need me to protect him? Maybe he thought I could lead. I could do that. I was sort of like the captain of our fishing boat, even though it was just me and Andrew and James and John. I could do that, and I did. I would be the one who would stand up and be noticed. I would be the first to speak out. Remember that night on the Sea of Galilee? The wind, the waves, the darkness. And there in the darkness, what's that? Who's that? Is it a ghost? It's me, he said. And I spoke up first as usual. Lord, if it's you, tell me to come out there on the water. Why would anyone say something crazy like that? Was I showing the rest the strength of my faith? What happened that night should have taught me a lesson once and for all. I did get out of the boat. I actually walked on water. But then I looked down, I saw the waves. I listened, and I heard the wind, and I sank like a rock. Save me, Lord. Something else I should have learned that night. Something I'll never forget again. He would never turn his back on me. He would never abandon me. He would never deny me. Even as I was sinking, he reached down and grabbed my hand. He lifted me up above the waves, and he never let go. But then came the night. He needed me the most. In Jerusalem, Passover, it meant so much to him. What a week it had been. Remember me, he said that night. This bread broken for you. Do this in remembrance of me. This cup, this new covenant in my blood, forgiveness for all. Do this in remembrance of me. But then he said, one of us was going to betray him. And then he said, all of us were going to forsake him. And no, I will never let that happen. I have always been there by your side, bold, eager, ready. Lord, I'm ready, even to die. And then Peter, before the rooster crows twice, you will deny me 3 times. No, not me. I will always stand by you. And there in Gethsemane, I got the chance to show him I was right. He was wrong about me. They came with their lamps and their swords. They grabbed Jesus. I would not forsake him. I slashed out with my sword. Peter, stop. Put down your sword. But I was there to protect him. And then they took Jesus. And we ran. All of us. We ran. But I would still get the chance. I would get my chance to show him my loyalty. I would not forsake him. They took him to the house of Caiaphas, where the trial would take place. I wanted to be with him. I would stand by him. I would testify for him. I would do something. Someone needed to be there for him. And so I waited. Do I really have to tell you the details? You know. They couldn't leave me alone. One after another, they had seen me. They remembered me. Each time, 3 times, you are surely one of them. And each time, 3 times, I said no. I don't even know the man. And then the rooster crowed. Like the sound of 1,000 bells tolling my judgment, the rooster crowed. I remembered what he had said. A flood of tears ran down my face. I had failed my Lord when he needed me the most. I had denied him 3 times. After 3 years of being at his side every day, that night, I denied him 3 times. It was the worst moment of my life. The next day, got even worse. They killed Jesus. on the cross, I never got to say I was sorry. I never got to ask for another chance. Jesus had always been there to take me by the hand, and now he was gone. And I was alone in my wretched misery. Friday night, all day Saturday, all night Saturday night, I was miserable. But then, what's that? The grave is empty? What happened? What will we do now? Misery was replaced with excitement and confusion. Mary said she saw him. Well, what about us? What about the disciples? What about the 12? And then finally, that evening, there he was. Peace be with you. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to say. I didn't get the chance to talk to Jesus. It's just as well. What could I have said? Jesus was only there a few minutes and then he was gone. Oh, he would come back a week later for Thomas, but not for me. And then he was gone. I still had not had the chance to talk to him. But what could I say? I had failed. I had denied him. I watched him die, and I never said a word. At least Jesus was alive again. Maybe someday I will get that chance. But it wasn't safe for us to stay in Jerusalem, so we went home to Galilee, back to the way things had been before he came into our lives. There wasn't much else for us to do, so we went fishing, as usual. And here we go again. We fished all night, didn't catch anything. As dawn broke across the eastern sky, we saw a stranger standing on the beach, and he yelled, "Have you caught anything?" No. Well, cast your net on the other side of the boat. It was Jesus. We caught 153 fish. I was so excited, I jumped in the water and pulled the boat to shore. We had breakfast with Jesus. It was wonderful. And then once again, he took me by the hand. The same hand that had pulled me up out of the water so long ago. He took me by the hand and led me aside. Peter, do you love me? Yes, Lord, of course. Peter, do you love me? Yes, Lord, you know I do. Peter, do you love me? 3 times. And then I remembered 3 times I had said no. He forgave me. He loved me. Jesus ascended back into heaven. And then came Pentecost. As usual, I was the one who spoke up, but this time guided by the Spirit. It was different. I was different. We were different. We were the church. And here you are. Now you are the church, about to enter a new church building. Just remember this. There are difficult times in the life of every church, but Jesus is always there to take you by the hand and to lead you on. Jesus takes your hand, and Jesus never lets go.